What? Not expecting much. They're preseason number 5. They picked the favorites of the Big Ten. People were expecting a lot. Now, what do you expect them to do after this shocking loss?
Well, first of all, I'm Lloyd Carr, and this is my team. I get them in a room, no coaches, lock the door, and I say to them, look, we've been playing football for over 120 years. You wear the most famous helmet in college football. You are the winningest football program in America. You got Michigan pride. Now get out there and show them what you got. You ready?
I'm ready. Yeah, that was good. I was getting caught up in the moment there. The one thing, I would take that speech and I would go have a players-only meeting, because I got to be honest with you. As a former player, I look at what's happened in these last 6 or 7 days, and if I'm a Michigan player, there was so much talk in June, July from Jake Long, from Mike Hart, from Chad Henne. We came back for our senior year to beat Ohio State, to win a national championship. One of two things is going to happen after you lose a game like last week. You're either going to become divided, and a case of senioritis will set in, and you're looking for the draft, or kind of a circle the wagons and us against the world mentality. But those seniors, the Michigan seniors, should be embarrassed for the way the media has torn apart their coach. They should be foaming at the mouth to have a chance to get back on the field and get after Oregon. I got to believe it's the latter. Exactly. I got to believe that they're going to circle the wagons and come out fighting. They should be embarrassed.
I want to add one thing. You and I both know Michigan recruits good football players and good people.
Yeah, good character.
Right, they do. They'll be back.
They should.
Well, it can go the other way, too. It's what unpredictable. Good psychological implications here. Of course, there are plenty of precedents for teams that stumbled early and then still were able to achieve their goals. You can flash back to '88, and Bo's team opened 0-2. They won the Rose Bowl. Of course, they didn't lose to Appalachian State. And these teams were showing you they didn't lose to one AA team. They lost to very, very highly ranked teams. Colorado lost to David Carr, came back and won the Big 12 6 years ago. So the first obstacle after that big loss is Oregon, and they come into the Big House and they bring an athletic quarterback in Dennis Dixon, who saw what Armani Edwards of Appy State did last week. He broke open a close game with his speed against Houston. And we know how Michigan's been hurt in the past by guys like Vince Young in the bowl, Troy Smith, Drew Stanton. So does Mike Bellotti. He's trying to get his offense ready for this defense.
Let's go now and get it going. Get somewhere in a hurry. Got to work at it now. Eyes up. Let's go. Patrick Chung, you playing this week?
Yeah.
All right. Just checking. Big receivers this week. Got to D them up. Hustle off. Let's go. Make sure we're seeing the signals. Legal procedure on the O. Quit moving. Middle, middle, middle. Come on, D-line. You're going to see that a bunch this week. Finish. Here we go. Finish. Finish.
There's Gary Croton left up there. He's down here calling plays for LSU, but they're still running that very difficult offense for Michigan to stop. It's a long list of guys who have burned Michigan with that style. Can Oregon do it today?
That's a good point, because the bad news for Michigan is that Oregon uses the same offense that Appalachian State did to score 34 against them. Not good. But I'll tell you one thing, this is going to be a different Michigan defense. But now they're going to have to watch out for Dixon. The guy can throw the football like a shot. He has good vision. He also can run it. And this is the thing that might hurt Michigan if they're not ready. But I cannot believe that they had a week to get ready, and they won't be ready for this offense. I would not be surprised to come back. Now, the good news for Michigan is that Houston had 545 yards of total offense and scored 27 points. I think that Big Blue comes back. They're going to have to outscore them, but I think Michigan rebounds and wins big.
You know, Lee, what I'm excited to see is there's been so much talk this week about Michigan and rebounding. What are they going to do and how are they going to respond? I got to tell you, Oregon, guys, it's been about 6 years since you really mattered in the landscape in college football. You got to go back to Joey Harrington's era when Oregon every single year was a top 10 type of team. This is a golden opportunity for a Pac-10 team to showcase their ability, much like Cal did last Saturday. Can Oregon take advantage of the opportunity and show America that they mean business this year? I think they'll show up ready to go. Unfortunately, they're coming into a hornet's nest, and they're taking on a Michigan team that's tired of hearing about Appalachian State, and they want to get back out on the field. That's why I think Oregon comes to play. Yep. Dennis Dixon will make plays running around, but at the end of the day, Michigan at home will be ready to go.
Not enough defense for the Ducks, who got burned by Houston. Gave up a lot of yards. Different formations Houston used in Michigan, but you think Oregon a little too soft?
Yeah, I think Mike Hart will have a big game.
You make a great point. I mean, Oregon gave one of the all-time don't show up, don't care, lackadaisical bowl efforts I've ever seen at the end of last season. They should make this entire season about showing they care and having redemption.
Go Blue.
Well, we'll focus on LSU and Virginia Tech coming up.